We firmly believe that the greatest help we could provide to the Schengen area would be if it were not at Hungary's border, but by moving further south, we provide assistance to the countries there, ensuring that illegal migrants do not enter their territories. In the previous years, since 2015, more than 5,600 Hungarian police officers have primarily served in the Balkans or participated in Frontex operations to take action against illegal immigration.
Since 2015, Hungarian police and border guards have prevented 1 million illegal border crossing attempts at the Hungarian southern border. We would expect the European Union, if it talks so much about solidarity in the context of migration, to make this solidarity an important part of its actions, that it reimburses Hungary for these costs. If the European Union, Brussels, wants to force Hungary to let in those alien migrants whom we have so far intercepted, whom we have stopped 1 million times at the Hungarian southern border, then Hungary, after the European procedures are completed, will offer these illegal migrants the option to voluntarily and free of charge a one-way trip to Brussels. If Brussels wants illegal migrants, then Brussels can have them.
Earlier this summer, the European Court of Justice imposed an unprecedented fine on Hungary, claiming that the country violated EU law by restricting asylum rights. As a result, the European Commission imposed a fine of 200 million euros, or about 80 billion forints.
This procedure involves a payment request, which the Commission sent out on the 16th of July. The member state has 45 calendar days to deliver on that request to pay the fine concerned. If it doesn't do so, then we send a second payment request. This is actually what we did today, because the first 45-day period expired already. So we sent a second request in line with the procedure. This gives Hungary 15 calendar days to make the payment concerns.
Since 2015, Hungarian police and border guards have prevented 1 million attempts at illegal border crossings at Hungary's southern border. This route has been heavily pressured by a large influx of migrants, placing a financial burden on the country. Border protection alone has cost Hungary around 2 billion euros, or 800 billion forints. Bence Rétvári, Secretary of State for the Interior, called it outrageous that the EU does not acknowledge these significant expenses and has instead imposed such a massive fine on Hungary. According to the government, the enormous fine is disproportionate and unjust, aimed at forcing Hungary to allow the mass entry of illegal immigrants. Rétvári explained that Hungarian authorities have worked tirelessly since 2015 to manage this pressure, and if forced to comply with the EU's demands, Hungary would consider relocating the migrants directly to Brussels. Although the reception center near Obrenovac, close to Belgrade, appears calm, migrants frequently emerge from the surrounding forests to visit local shops for supplies and to recharge their phones. Most of these migrants come from Afghanistan, Syria, and African countries, all hoping to reach the European Union. One migrant, who identified as Afghan, shared that he had arrived in Serbia a few days earlier. He plans to continue his journey to Bosnia and Herzegovina and then move towards Austria, France, and England.
Prices vary. It currently costs 1,000 to 2,000 euros to get from Turkey to Serbia. Now I have to pay extra money to go further. Every country has different tariffs. It depends on which country I want to go to. I know people who are connected to the people smugglers. They can arrange for money to get me on, said this Afghan migrant.
Since 2015, Hungary has made substantial efforts to protect its southern border and ensure the safety of its citizens. Migrants attempting to cross into Hungary have frequently posed security risks, not only to Hungary, but to the entire Schengen area. In October 2022, for example, 2,300 illegal immigrants attempted to enter the country in a single day. The challenges of managing migration have placed a heavy burden on Hungarian police, soldiers, and border guards. Initially, smugglers and illegal migrants used sand and clods of earth to attack Hungarian authorities, then escalated to stones, sticks, knives, pepper spray, slingshots, and even firearms. Migrants often put the lives of Hungarian border authorities at risk. In November 2022, police officers on the M5 highway were fired upon, and a year later, Hungarian-Serbian patrols were attacked with automatic weapons. The deputy chief of the national police noted that the weapons used by illegal migrants are becoming increasingly dangerous. They also vandalize border fences and police vehicles.
Az államhatár védelme az egy fontos, a belső biztonságot érintő alapvető kérdés, és hogyha nem tudjuk, hogy kik lépik át a határt, akkor egy olyan helyzetbe kerülnénk, mint egy gazdag ember, akinek nincs kerítése és nem zárja be éjszakára az ajtót, bárki bejöhet. A mi véleményünk szerint nem a problémát kell behozni az Európai Unióba, hanem ott kell segítenünk, ahol a baj forrása keletkezik, legyen szó pénzügyi segítségről. Valamennyi erőforrásunkat nem oszhatjuk el, mert akkor egy idő múlva nekünk sem.
In response, Hungary has increased its cooperation with other countries to strengthen its borders. Since 2015, Hungary has taken on immense financial burdens to protect not only itself, but also the Schengen area. Despite this, the European Union has chosen to impose massive fines on Hungary instead of supporting its efforts.
Migration is an issue which is a disintegrating factor. Why do we need it? So if you have a problem in Italy and in many countries that you decided to let many migrants come in, and now you have difficulties how to manage to live together with them, it's a serious problem. But there are some countries which never took that road. We never let them in. So we don't have migrants at all, zero. We have a problem, not how to leave them together, how not let them come into our countries. It's two different issues, you know? So you can't manage both different kind of difficulties on the same political instrument. So it would be far better, let's say, on migration to provide opt-out for those countries who would not like to follow the common migration policy. It's far better to provide opt-out than force them to come together than disintegrating by the conflicts of the whole European structure. The question is why this issue does not belong to the national sovereignty. So to have migration, it's a decision of Italy, France, Germany, Hungary, Poland. It cannot be a common decision. Why you would like to force us? I understand on migration. I understand that you probably here or in Germany, you think that migration is a civilizational issue. So if you think that to live together two civilization is useful and provide a better society, you can have a right to decide to do so. But if some other countries think it's too risky because of terrorism, because of public safety, because of the social burden, and if countries think it's too risky, we would not like to have that kind of new society, why we don't have a right to say no? That's the question, you know? So that's the reason why certain issues should not belong to Brussels to be decided, but rather stay on the national level, belonging to the sovereignty of the member states.
If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to spread more awareness. Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation. Your engagement helps us bring more content to light. Remember, stay informed, stay engaged.